Hi dear students, welcome back to biology class. Let us continue with the chapter 5, Morphology of Flowering Plants. In this video, let us continue with the 5.5, that is the flower. Okay, you might have learnt in the previous classes the angiosperms are known as flowering plants because these angiosperms, they produce a structure called flower, and this flower, it is meant for sexual reproduction. Okay, so in angiosperms, which is the reproductive part? In the angiosperms, the flowers are the reproductive part and it is meant for sexual reproduction. Okay. In the previous video, I explained that the flower is a modified shoot and modification is meant for sexual reproduction. At your high school level, you might have studied that the flower consists of different orals, and these orals, they are arranged on the tip of the pedicel and it is known as receptacle. Okay. Now let us learn in detail about the different orals of the flower and how these orals are arranged. Okay. So the stalk of the flower is known as pedicel. Okay. So from here to here it is known as the stalk of the pedicel. It is a stalk of the pedicel. Stalk of the flower, hence it is known as what? Pedicel. Okay. So the tip of the pedicel, it is swollen. Sometimes it is flattened also. This tip of the pedicel, it is known as thalamus or receptacle. Okay. So it is known as what? The thalamus or receptacle. On this thalamus, all the orals, they are arranged one after the other. The outermost oral is known as calyx. This calyx made up of the individual units, and these units are known as what? So the individual members of the calyx, are known as what? Sepals. Okay. So this is one sepal. Okay, and it is also sepal. So outermost oral, which is the outermost oral in the flower, in the typical flower? Calyx is the outermost oral, and it is made up of what? The calyx is made up of sepals. Okay. Then calyx is followed by corolla. In some of the flowers, the calyx is brightly colored to attract the insects. So this is the brightly colored part. Okay, this and this part, red colored part, and this is, so these are the petals. The petals together forms what? A corolla. Okay. Here the calyx and corolla, they do not take part in the process of sexual reproduction, but they perform secondary functions like the protection of androecium and gynoecium when they are in bud condition, and the corolla, when it is brightly colored, it attracts the insects for pollination. Okay. Hence the calyx and corolla, they are known as non-essential orals or accessory organs or accessory orals. Okay. Next, the next oral is androecium. The androecium is the male reproductive part of the flower and it is made up of stamens. Look at this. This is the stamen, one stamen. Okay. And it is also another stamen. This is also stamen, and here these three are, they are stamens. Okay. So this black and white image, it will help you to draw the diagram. Okay. Next. So which is the male reproductive part in a flower? The androecium is the male reproductive part of the flower. The androecium is made up of what? The stamens. Okay. So in one of the video we'll be learning in detail about the structure of the stamen. Each stamen, it consists of a lobed structure. You can see here, this is a lobed structure, okay, and this lobed structure is known as anther, okay, and stalk, okay. So this stalk is known as filament. So anther and filament together forms what? Stamen, okay, fine. The next oral is known as gynoecium. The gynoecium is the female reproductive part of the flower. The gynoecium is also known as pistil, and it is made up of the one or two carpels. Gynoecium is also known as pistil, and it is made up of one or two carpels. In some flowers there is only one carpel we can find. In some other flowers we can find more than one carpel. That again we will discuss later, okay. So which is the female reproductive part in a flower? The gynoecium is a female reproductive part. Typical gynoecium consists of three parts. The stigma, this is a stigma, okay, and from here to here it is known as style. It is a hollow, slender, tube-like structure. This is style, okay, and the basal bulged portion is known as ovary. Inside the ovary we can find structures, and these structures you can see here, okay, this and these structures, these are known as what? Ovules. Is it clear? So both androecium and gynoecium, they take part in the process of sexual reproduction, hence these are known as reproductive organs. So all the orals, that is calyx, corolla, androecium and gynoecium, they are arranged on the tip of the thalamus, and this tip of the pedicel, it is known as receptacle. It is known as receptacle, okay. In some of the flowers we are able to differentiate calyx and corolla. You might have seen in the nature, that is hibiscus flower, there the green colored part like this, it is known as calyx, and it is made up of what? Sepals. Similarly the brightly red colored part or white colored part, different colored hibiscus flowers, they are found in the atmosphere, okay. So in such flowers we can differentiate calyx and corolla very easily, but there are some flowers where we cannot differentiate the calyx and corolla, that is non-essential orals or accessory orals, but still they are present, okay. So that condition is known as perianth. It is very important, you need to remember what is perianth. The undifferentiated calyx and corolla is known as the perianth. In such flowers, these the structures which resembles like a sepal or petal, okay, so those structures are known as what? Tepals. So calyx is made up of sepals, corolla is made up of petals, whereas perianth, the individual member of the perianths, they are known as what? Tepals. Example, lily flower. In lily flower you might have seen we cannot differentiate the calyx and corolla, okay. So what is perianth then? The undifferentiated calyx and corolla is known as what? Perianth. In some flowers, the both androecium and gynoecium, they are present in the same flower. For example, you might have seen hibiscus flower. You can see these are the petals, and here the sepals, they are not visible in this image, okay, and this is staminal tube fuses to form one bundle, okay. So this yellow colored structures, this part, they consist of stamens. You can see here the yellow colored bulged portion, these are anthers, okay, and this is filament of the anther. Such large number of the stamens together forms one bundle. Later I will be telling about what type of Adelphi it is, okay. So here the androecium is present, that is male reproductive part is present. Okay, and similarly the female reproductive part is also present. Here what you are seeing is it is a stigma. In one of the in the previous slide I had shown you that the carpel, it consists of 3 parts, that is stigma, style and ovary. Look at this. Okay, and this is present on the tip of the pedicel, so it is known as thalamus. So it is thalamus or receptacle, and this is ovary. Okay, and this is style. Okay, and this is called stigma. It is known as what? Stigma. Okay, so here what you are seeing, these are stigma. Here also it's very clear, there are 5 stigmas that you can see. Okay, and in this flower what you are seeing, the tube-like, white tube-like structure, this is style, a part of the style, and this part is ovary. Okay, here you can find ovules. These are ovules. Is it clear? Okay, so in hibiscus flower, both androecium, that is male reproductive part, and gynoecium, it is present. Hence this flower is known as what? Bisexual flower. Then what are bisexual flowers? When a flower has both androecium and gynoecium, then it is called bisexual flowers. What are the examples for bisexual flowers? You can mention mustard, hibiscus, then rose, sunflower, and so on. So all these are bisexual flowers. Whereas in some other plants, they consist of unisexual flowers. First try to understand what are unisexual flowers. The unisexual flowers, they are having either stamens or only carpels. A flower, it may consist of only female reproductive part, or flower it may consist of only male reproductive part. For example, such type of flowers we can observe in papaya plant, then cucumber, or the members of family cucurbitaceae. Okay, ನೀವು ಸೌತೆಕಾಯಿ ಬಳ್ಳಿ ಅಂತ ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀರಿ, ಸೌತೆಕಾಯಿ ಬಳ್ಳಿಯಲ್ಲಿ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಹಾಗಲಕಾಯಿ ಬಳ್ಳಿಯಲ್ಲಿ, ಕುಂಬಳಕಾಯಿ ಬಳ್ಳಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಿರ್ತಾವಲ್ಲ, ಅಲ್ಲೇನಿರ್ತಾವಂದರೆ ಯುನಿಸೆಕ್ಷುವಲ್ ಫ್ಲವರ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ತವೆ. ಇದು ಯುನಿಸೆಕ್ಷುವಲ್ ಫ್ಲವರ್ಸ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಏನು? ಫ್ಲವರ್ ಒಂದು ಮೇಲ್ ರಿಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಅಷ್ಟನ್ನೇ ಒಳಗೊಂಡಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಅಥವಾ ಫಿಮೇಲ್ ರಿಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಅಷ್ಟನ್ನೇ ಒಳಗೊಂಡಿರ್ಬೋದು. ಓಕೆ, ಅಂಥ ಫ್ಲವರ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಏನಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ ನಾವು? ಯುನಿಸೆಕ್ಷುವಲ್ ಫ್ಲವರ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ. ಯು ಲುಕ್ ಎಟ್ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಯುನಿಸೆಕ್ಷುವಲ್ ಫ್ಲವರ್ ಇನ್ ಕೇಸ್ ಆಫ್ papaya. So this is the female flower, it consists of only carpels. Okay, so these are carpels. There are 5 carpels, the 5 carpels are there. Okay, so this is female flower, and you can look at this is a male flower because it consists of only stamens. Here you can see the stamens are present. Okay, the examples that you need to remember for unisexual flowers are papaya, then cucurbita, watermelon. Whereas in case of mango plant, we can find 3 types of flowers. One is the male flowers, female flowers, and both bisexual flowers. Okay, this you need to remember here. Thank you.